We're staying with developments in Niger State, where 115 bodies have been recovered so far, and more than 5,000 more persons who are all affected in the flash floods that occurred in the Mokwa area of Niger State. Our correspondent Chinemi Bameyi reports that the level of devastation is huge and calls for urgent attention.
The downpour in the early hours of Thursday morning did not only cause large-scale destruction of property, but led to loss of lives.
Lives? More than 200. More than 200. Yes, more than 200. More than 200.
The death toll has risen to 115. Families are mourning as the dead bodies of their loved ones are recovered, yet many more are still missing. To identify a dead relative, you will have to sit here at the home of the community head, waiting for recovered corpse to arrive. Then a desperate scan through the corpse begins, hoping to spot a familiar face washed away by the floods. The only bridge here helping motorists heading to southwestern Nigeria has been washed off, leaving motorists and travelers stranded. At the neighborhood where the water broke through, people are digging up the ground in search of dead bodies and personal belongings. Here, Sadiku finds two of his wife's sewing machines, but his house was completely destroyed.
Wannan shine family house mu da muke nan duka da dai sauran yan uwa duka dai an yi hasara da dama wanda sai muna jajanta musu mu kuma.
Still searching.
See that there are quite a number of houses on the water channel. It's a very deep gully, you've seen it for yourself. And what we're pleading is that the communities need to come together and also assist us in the search and rescue, which they have already been doing. But not just that, we need to come together as one to ascertain the exact numbers of misplaced and the ones we have lost as well.
The volume of destruction in this place is visibly huge. Families have lost loved ones and properties. The people digging the ground here are in search of two things: dead bodies or properties. The number of bodies that have been recovered is increasing, and families are still looking for their loved ones. Chinemi Bameyi, TVC News, Mokwa.
You're watching TVC News. We'll be interrupting this broadcast now to bring you feeds of a grand reception in honor of Taraba State Governor Agbo Kefas in the Wakuri area of Taraba State. The news continues on our other platforms. Please bear with us, all our viewers on this particular platform. Now, once again, Governor Agbo Kefas of Taraba State is being honored in Kano State, and we'll be bringing you the live reception now. Still on the situation in Niger State, a federal government delegation has arrived to the state now to condole with the people over the Mokwa flood disaster. Well, the delegation arrived at the government house in Mina a while ago. The delegation was led by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Malagi. Also on the entourage is the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Nantawe Yilwatda. And let's bring up now our senior reporter, Chinemi Bameyi, who has been monitoring the situation for us ever since news broke about the deadly floods in Niger State. Hello, Chinemi. What can you tell us about what the delegation has uncovered so far?
All right, just right behind me, you have the delegation having a group photograph and taking questions from newsmen. They just finished having a meeting with the government of Niger State, Deputy Governor presenting the state governor. And first thing that they came to condole with the people, and the leader of the delegation, who is also the Minister of Information, conveyed the sympathy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the people, and then expresses how saddened he is with the news of the event. And he also talks about the recurring nature of disasters in Niger State. You know, just last year, you had the petrol tanker that claimed a lot of lives. Recently, you had boat mishaps, you know, still around that region. And he said it is time that orientation should be taken more seriously, especially for people that live in flood-prone areas, and ensuring that they're able to come to a compromise so that the government can see how to relocate them from those areas. He also promised that help is coming, or help is on the way, as best as it can, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed that every necessary resource the country has should be put in this direction to ensure that succor is brought to the people.
In terms of the available palliative measures now, what can you tell us about how sufficient they are, especially for the affected residents?
All right, so this is one area that I think we should start looking at while search and rescue operations is ongoing. How quick is aid coming? I think aid has not been coming as quick as it should be, even though the National Emergency Management Agency have been on ground. They're trying to set up camps, but I mean, this happened on Thursday morning. We expect that aid should have been flowing in that direction, especially shelter, due to the nature of the incident. The houses around there were totally washed by the flood, and these people don't have over 3,000, I beg your pardon, over 3,000 persons affected. Most of them are now homeless. So we expect to start seeing temporary shelters coming up. The deputy governor of Niger State, Yakubu Garba, also mentioned that the temporary the temporary ID camp that they're using, one of the primary schools, is not sufficient. No enough facilities, toilet facilities, water, it's not available for these people. So we're saying that every agency that is involved should start pushing in aid as quick as they can. The Niger State government also announced that they're sending 6,000 bags of rice to the people to provide immediate food. But we expect that in the coming hours, not even days, we expect to see more aid in that direction.
All right, senior reporter Chinemi Bameyi, that'll be all for now. Thanks a lot for the update.